Peacock Squid, Taionia species, reaching up to 26 inches in mantle length, found between 1,000 and 5,600 feet below the surface. Psychedelic Jelly Crossota milzae, about 1 inch across, living below 3,300 feet down to 10,800 feet. Blob Sculpin, Psychrolutes frictus, up to 26 inches long, inhabiting depths of 2,600 to 9,200 feet. Midwater Octopus, Japatella diaphana, reaching 6 inches in length, found between 2,600 and 4,800 feet deep. Black Seadevil anglerfish, Melanocetus johnsoni, just 2 inches long, living anywhere from 330 feet down to an astonishing 14,800 feet. Spiny Dreamer anglerfish, Oneirodes acanthias, growing to 8 inches, dwelling between 1,600 and 3,900 feet. Swimming sea cucumber, Anypniastes species, approximately 10 inches in length, found from 1,600 feet all the way down to 23,000 feet. Smalleye Snipe Eel, Avositina bowersii, up to 10 inches long, inhabiting depths from 300 to 8,900 feet. Blue shark. Prionosi glauca, reaching an impressive 12.5 feet, found from the surface down to 1,150 feet. Silky Jelly, Colobonema ceraceum, nearly 2 inches across, living between 660 and 2,300 feet deep. Strawberry Squid, Histiotuthis eteropsis, 5 inches in mantle length, found between 1,000 and 2,600 feet. Crystal Amphipod, Cystosoma magna, growing to 6 inches, dwelling from 660 to 4,900 feet below the surface. Cross Jelly, Metrocoma cellularia, 3.5 inches across, found from the surface down to 3,300 feet. Frilled Jelly, Chiarella centripetalis, just 1/2 inch across, living from the surface to 2,600 feet deep. Peacock Squid, Taionia species, up to 26 inches in mantle length, inhabiting depths between 1,000 and 5,600 feet. Vampire Squid, Vampiroteuthis infernalis, reaching 12 inches in length, found between 2,000 and 3,000 feet. Rattail Fishes, Coryphaenoides species, growing over 3 feet long, living from 600 feet down to an incredible 13,100 feet. Bathyal Squid, Bathyteuthis species, just 3 inches in mantle length, found from 330 feet down to 13,800 feet. Swordtail Squid, Chiroteuthis calyx, 4 inches in mantle length, dwelling between 330 and 2,600 feet. Owlfishes, family Bathylagidae, living between 330 and 4,900 feet below the surface. Humboldt Squid, Dosidicus gigas, here feeding on an armhook squid. Helmet Jelly, Paraphila, consuming a market squid. Black-eyed squid. Gonatus onyx, feeding on a stout owlfish, Pseudobathylagus milleri. Rattail fish, family Macrouridae, devouring a squid. Black-eyed squid. Gonatus onyx, engaged in cannibalism, eating another black-eyed squid. Swarthy Snaketooth. Chiasmotan subniger. Only 1 inch in length, found between 660 and an astounding 15,100 feet deep. Giant whipnose anglerfish, Gigantactus gargantua, reaching 16 inches, living between 1,600 and 4,900 feet. Pacific viperfish, Chaliotis macuni, up to 12 inches long, inhabiting depths from 660 to 4,900 feet. Pacific black dragon, Ideacanthus antrostomus, growing to 15 inches, found between 1,000 and 2,300 feet below the surface. Longnose Chimaera, Hariata raleigana, nearly 4 feet in length, dwelling from 1,600 to 8,500 feet deep. Feather star, family Crinoidea. Midwater bristle worm floatus species, 4 inches long, living between 6,600 and 13,100 feet. Threadfin Snailfish, Careproctus longiphilis, just over 6 inches in length, found down to 12,057 feet. Pointy-Nosed Chimaera, Hydrolagus trolli, nearly 4 feet long, inhabiting depths from 2,000 to 5,600 feet. Rabbit-eared comb jelly Kiyohimea usagi, 11 inches in length, found between 660 and 1,000 feet deep. Bomber worm, Suema fulgida, just 1 inch long, living between 10,500 and 11,800 feet below the surface. Panda Sea Angel, Nodobranchia macdonaldi, half an inch in size, dwelling from 660 to 5,600 feet deep. Red balloon jelly, Deepsteria reticulum, an impressive 30 inches across, found between 2,000 and 6,200 feet. Barrel eye, Macropinna microstoma, 6 inches in length, living between 2,000 and 2,600 feet beneath the waves.